Here's how I annotated my Hunger Games books on my latest reread of the series. I was annotating for the purpose of content creation, and so I kind of went really hardcore with it, but you can totally do this just for your own fun as well. What you're gonna need is obviously the book, a notebook, a pen, some different colored highlighters, and some different colored sticky tabs. You don't need to have a notebook, you can totally just write in the margins inside the book itself, but I prefer to use a notebook because I only have one of each copy of my Hunger Games books, so for the sake of keeping things organized, because I like to do a lot of annotating, a notebook is the best way to go. Like literally my only annotations are in Ballad on the very first page with the quotes, and when Choreo gets a buzz cut, I underlined it and wrote pen M&M. And then you're gonna wanna pick kind of your overarching topic that you wanna annotate for. So like I said, I was filming for content, and the overarching theme of this content was political theory in the Hunger Games books. And then I like to break that down into subcategories and make myself an annotation guide. So for Sunrise on the Reaping, I was annotating for propaganda, inductive and deductive reasoning, and implicit submission. And then I broke those down even further into smaller points of very specific things that I wanted to look for. And then you just start reading, and anytime you come across a quote that you think is relevant to what you're annotating for, you write it down, and then you write the category that it is involved in and any thoughts that come along with that. And then what I do is that I highlight it in my notebook, and whatever color I've chosen for that topic, I will put the corresponding color of a sticky tab inside the actual book. So the inside of my books just look like this, and I can reuse these tabs another time when I'm annotating for something else, which is really cool, and I like that it's not overcrowded with words just absolutely everywhere. Although I do sometimes like to write in my books, I've simply chosen not to for my Hunger Games ones because I read them over and over and over and over again, and I'm always annotating for something different. And then I just find that having a notebook helps keep my thoughts really organized. Like, it's super easy to go and reference things. I just flip through, and like, I know that blue is propaganda and purple is implicit submission, and if I'm looking for those specific topics, like, it's really easy to locate in here. So yeah, that is how I have annotated my books, and I know it kind of seems a little bit intense, but it does work really well for me. You just kind of have to find what works best for you.